Hey everybody, TDM Tim here, and this is day 2 of the itch.io weekly game jam 29. Now, so far, I spent a lot of time yesterday making a 3D model and figuring out how to work with Blender. I think I've got all that past me. Hopefully any further 3D models I have to make will happen a lot quicker. Today I'm going to focus mainly on implementing gameplay, so player control, movement, combat, and enemies. Because I have 100% basically decided on making a combat-based game, Tube Fighter, the Tubening. We'll see how it comes along. I'm not going to focus on level design yet, and of course not polish, because I have a couple more days. So hopefully it will only take today to do gameplay. I really doubt it, because I have not developed AI before yet in a game, so probably be a 2-day endeavor, but very soon I'll get on to making levels as well. And, well, if you wish to send me any support, subscribe, like the video, also check out Techedelic Minds, and let's get started on today's work. Well guys, I'm having a little bit of success here, if you might want to call it that. Of course, I thought I was done with Blender for the day, but as life goes, you see, you always get the difficult things first. Always. So I've been working on creating some animations. Oh god, not that. I've been working on creating some animations. It's been a little difficult continuing to learn the process, and I have not perfected this animation, as you can see by the fact that it kind of stutters in between replays. I'll have to figure out what to do there, but I've implemented the animation into my game so far, as well as actually having the tube. Now the next step will be correctly facing the direction of the animation when you move, and the tube actually moving with your hand, which will require a little more study of mine. I've luckily found some perfect tutorials to explain these concepts to me. Shoutouts to all those YouTubers will be below in the video, and I will list them off at the end of this video as well. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to head out and go make some money, do a little bit of Uber. But once I come back, I'm sure to correct these animations and get a little further. You know, I wanted to really work on just gameplay today, put the combat system in, but I was thinking, what's the point in having a combat system if I can't see the actual animation of the swing to tell, at what point do these collide to do the damage, and how do we do blocks? All of that is very heavily dependent upon the animation itself. So until I perfect my usage of this tool and actually implementing it in the Unity, that's what I'm going to have to be focusing on. Well, I just got back from doing Uber for a couple hours. Had to make a little bit of money, but it gave me time to really clear my head, look back at the work I've done so far, and not have to focus on the work, which is always good. You need your on time and your off time to really truly be creative and productive. And so now I'm back at my house, time to eat a little bit of food, and hopefully the next couple hours will be a really productive session. We'll see. I've got a lot of work to do before me. You can see from the early game footage what I have so far and what I'll need to be done by Thursday. So let's get to it. Well guys, I'm coming to the conclusion of a very long day. I have run into many an issue today thanks to my perfectionist nature. I have rewritten my movement system 3 or 4 times now, after having reread a couple of different tutorials and tried to understand some posts. And, well, I have to just admit that what I have is going to work. At least for now. Because I will never develop a game, at least in 7 days, if I don't accept what I have at some point. At least I've got it to where your character is actually holding his tube all the time. He's animated somewhat, despite the fact that he doesn't stop walking when you stop walking, but I'll get to that tomorrow. Of course, I'll have the advantage of being able to leverage a lot of the code I write for the player, for the enemies, just slightly tweaked and redesigned, because you won't personally be in control of them. They will just be ambiguously heading towards you and things like that. I'm glad I at least figured out how to animate in Blender, even if it's a little shoddy. And I've definitely learned quite a bit, especially when it comes to how I'm going to manage my time in the future. And definitely not to just blindly copy code. That I have learned. Because I had a really well developed movement system, not like I developed it, but a really well developed from someone else movement system. But because I could not come to understanding it, I could not come to properly using it because I needed to tweak it, and I didn't quite understand everything that was going on underneath the hood. But hey, we learn from our mistakes. We move on, and that's what these 7 days are all about. So this is the end of day 2, a little bit of a late day today, but I'll have to get up bright and early, work hard in the morning, get some money, and then hopefully by 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be started once again on my game. So this is TDM Tim. I am going to make sure to shout out all of the YouTubers down below that I have very thankfully watched their videos over the past couple hours trying to understand some concepts. So shout out to Brackeys and quite a few others that have really helped me in the past 2 days. And once again, if you wish to support me, check out techedelicminds.com, like this video, subscribe. I appreciate everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3.